Glad to have you with us from Las Cruces, New Mexico at Aggie Memorial Stadium, home to the New Mexico State Aggies. You know, we love coming to the land of enchantment, especially when we have an enchanting game like the one in store today. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on a team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will have the first possession of the game. And here it comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
To throw, it's Hogan. Snags it over the middle. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught, and he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Looking to throw, it's Hogan. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Northern Illinois' offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Hampton. Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Brown has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Thompson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, when you're running the core route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking for the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they can put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hogan. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
A third and long coming up here. Feeling some heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Back to pass, it's Hampton. He's got his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. Just saw one there on the crossing route.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. To the air, it's Hampton. They'll run the screen.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Getting some heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
That makes the score. New Mexico State 7, Northern Illinois 3.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Off-play action on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now on second down. Off-play action. Coming after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I'll tell you what, a quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Can they catch him? That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Give to Brown. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Hampton. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll leave it with him. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13.
Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Number 1 with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Hogan. They're bringing heat. He finds his man. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable. 4th
down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Tackle is made at the 48-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give is to Williams. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Barnes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Hampton. Got a man in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Brown has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Hogan. Back open in the middle. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's McGowan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Aggies moving quickly to the line. They're going to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on second and inches. A strike downfield. Makes a grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Brings up second down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Hogan. Looking down the middle. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Aggie! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. An 84-yard drive there.
Northern Illinois, 17. Mexico State, 14. Number 97, set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Looking to go up top on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Hampton. Swings it out to his running back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure. Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Hampton. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 1.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Back to throw, it's Hogan. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's David. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The back goes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. The give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be. And now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Northern Illinois, 27. New Mexico State, 14.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Hogan. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Pulls it, fired complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And offenses will gash you if you don't find a way to mess up the communication. When they run the read option, you got to do a good job of changing the looks and sometimes being aggressive and blitzing, sometimes sitting back so that quarterback doesn't know what he's getting. He knows what he's getting here, and that's why he gets the good gain and chews up all that yardage.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll put the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Hogan. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's reeled in. It's Smith. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
Offense gets set for second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
3rd down coming up after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Hampton. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Huskies headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass. Looking for a huge play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And that's good enough for a first down.
This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. On the ground. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hogan. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. New Mexico State lines up quickly. The aerial assault continues. Caught over the middle. It's Smith.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. From the gun. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage, and that's a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. Can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Looking to throw, it's Hogan. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, New Mexico State! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Going to the running game. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Give to Brown. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.